Good morning, afternoon, or night. This is Adam with the Theory, and welcome to Adam's Theory. Right now, this is my beautiful cat, Antonio. I think he wants to be a star, don't you? No? You want me to just let you go? All right, fine, I'll let you go. Bye. Anyway, last week I did a very passionate video of the Warlock that I guess a lot of you guys don't appreciate 30-minute videos. So you guys could kick rocks and yeah, that's all. You guys ain't gonna get me another 30-minute video out of me. But anyway, what I did want to talk about is a subject that kind of came up yesterday and inspired this video. So I kind of wanted to share that with you. And it's something that I don't think a lot of people actually talk about enough. And that is character that's expiring. Because I don't think I could use the other word. So I'll just say when a character expires. So, I have had some experience with my character no longer being able to play my character. I have some experience with it, but I do feel that this is a subject that, to be quite honest, more players and DMs should actually talk about. In fact, I think that it's a conversation that you should have that should come up in your session 0 about what to do when your character expires. I actually posted this question in a Facebook DND group, and I was very surprised at the responses that I got. For me, if a character expires, I just make a new character. To me, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it'll suck because I wanted to play this character to the end of the story, but I mean, hey, I can't always get what I want. But other players, when I spoke to them about this subject, they told, they made comments saying that they would be so devastated in playing that they would quit the game. And I'm like, wow, just drop the whole game because your character is gone. Now, I understand that it all depends on how the character expired. All right. I had since I've been playing D&D for a good 3 years, and I've only had 2 characters expire. The first one because I failed at a ability check, and I slipped and fell. My character was gone. The second time was when I was playing a warlock, and my character made a deal with the devil, and was trying to tell the party what we need to do to try to see if we can find a loophole. We got a new player. He decided to, and he was playing the cleric, and he wrote a note to the DM. Didn't think anything of it. Next thing I know, my character is woken up in the middle of the night in chains, and my character was expired in front of everybody. I was a little bit upset because, hey, that was the first game I played with this new player, and the first thing he does is totally just screw my character over like that. Now, if this was something that after a couple sessions, I got to know my, we played for a little bit of time. My character got to know their character. All right, I could possibly understand that. But the very first session, you put a dagger in my back. Oh man, to say the least, I did have to walk away from the table. The DM had to kind of convince me not to make a revenge character because, oh man, I was heated at that guy. I really was. So I definitely understand, depending on how your character leaves, could really change how you feel about it. Okay, like if your character goes out because they were in a battle, all right, I can understand that. Now, if your character goes out because somebody else decides to open doors they're not supposed to open, or set off a trap they weren't supposed to set up, all right, it wasn't your doing, and I could be a little bit upset about it, and I can understand that. But I do feel that more DMs should have a talk with the players during session zero and say, okay, if you were to lose your character, what would you want done? Would you want the party to find a way to bring your character back and you play I guess, a backup character until then? Will Are you okay with making a new character? And we could just, leave that other, that character that's no longer with us, just use the elements for more to help out the story. I think that is a discussion that more DMs should have, because in my experience with playing with a handful of DMs, a lot of DMs are very scared of having a player lose their character. I remember when my character he got caught up in something, and I think I failed a death save or two, and the DM was frantic. And I guess because he thought I was gonna be upset, and I was gonna want to play no more. And in the background, I was making a whole new character because I actually enjoy making characters and character design. I love that. That's honestly my favorite part of D&D. But with DMs, of course, if a player leaves, that's that's going to be less money, because most DMs, especially if you find DMs on Roll20, are paid DMs. So a player leaving, yeah, that's less income, and then that could hurt the party and maybe other players want to leave and the whole game could be in shambles. So I could definitely understand that. So that's why I'm just talking about, like, hey, you know what, I session zero with everybody, talk about how it could be done. Now, my viewpoint has changed, because I think when I made that first video, not video, but when I made that topic in that Facebook group, I called the people selfish, for just like deciding to leave just because a character left. And I did get, a lot of responses. Some not so nice, but others, they really kind of changed my view on it, because of the fact that what everybody plays D&D for different reasons. One of the comments was for somebody who was a veteran, well, is a veteran, and he plays D&D as therapeutic for him, and it's his time to decompress. So I could definitely understand that. So because I actually took the time to read all those comments, because I think the thread got to like 200-300 comments on Facebook. It definitely changed my view on it, and I could definitely understand people getting attached to their character. I have played so much D&D, and to be quite honest, I probably only have 2 characters that I'm attached to. And honestly, they were all by accident. I'll be real with you. Like, I make so many characters and stuff, and it's always the characters that I kind of just throw something together. I'm not even really thinking about a backstory. Those are the characters that I care so much about. One of the characters is Barry the Barbarian, and I love that character. But I love that character so much because of the party. I had an amazing party of people that we had some great memories together. I also had an amazing DM that I'm still hoping, crossing my fingers, that we could find a way to start that game back up, because I love that character. That campaign made me fall in love with the barbarian class. And then there's another character now that it was funny because, and I guess I'll get into this story because I don't want to get too sidetracked, but I let the DM write the backstory. I was like, my character has amnesia. He doesn't remember who he is. Go. And with the story that DM wrote, I really, really like that character. I like finding out the story with them. And if I was to lose that character, I would be disappointed. I would. But I think the DM, the good thing about it is that me and that DM, his name is Zach. Hi, Zach. Had a good talk about it. And I think that is something that my advice to other DMs is have that talk with your players about if they were to lose their characters. So that way you're no one's caught off guard about it and and the steps of how to proceed. Like it is D&D. It is very easy to get a character back. I mean, that could be a whole other story. And also, I want people not to fear your character, losing your character, because that adds so much flavor to the story. Especially if you lost your character to like a NPC that you guys are fighting, you know. It's one thing to, all right, let's say you're going and fight Hallister for the Mad Mage. It's one thing to go in there because you guys are just trying to get some magic items and do, this and that. It's another thing if Hallister went and took one of your party members, somebody that you grew close to, you had memories with. Now the battle with Hallister is so much more personal. So I'm not going to tell you how to feel about it. Because, like I said, it's your character. You feel some type of way, and that character going, yeah. And some people don't get the opportunity to play as much D&D as I do. At one point in time, I was playing D&D 6 times a week. Now I've got it down to a respectable 4. I'm thinking about going back to 5, but I think 4 is good. Gives me an opportunity to have some personal time, and that way, Adam can have some theories on something else besides Dungeons and Dragons, which is very healthy. Got to have a life outside of D&D. But yeah, that is what I wanted to talk about. Last time, my mic wasn't on, so the audio that you was getting was from the camera, which wasn't that bad. But I do feel I sound so much better with this mic. All right, so thank you very much. I did hear your guys' reviews, and as you can see, I don't have the hoodie on that I borrowed from somebody. Because you guys wanted me to wear something else. But don't worry, the hoodie's coming back. All right? So thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm actually going to go to sleep because I only had 2 hours. Well, I didn't have to. Like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So I'm actually very, very tired. Okay? Well, hey, I got to think of a nice nice little outro. That's come up. But you know what? How about this? If you guys could think of a nice outro for me, let me know. All right. Anyway, you guys enjoy your day. All right. Adam's out.